So here I am again. So I'm not saying, the cat was kind of, doing something wrong or something. I'm just saying, the cat was kind of, it was the way it happened and you cannot change it now. So why bother? So, okay, he was peeing onto the blankets. Those two I have thrown away. Then I have thrown away a woolen jacket that I had him on for like half a day because it was of a greenish color. When I wear green, then, this kind of natural color, it is feeling nice, but the jacket was too heavy to go traveling with it. It would just work at home. And at home, I don't need these heavy things because I want to move all day. And if I'm not moving, I'm under a blanket in the winter time. So I don't need a heavy something on me. So that jacket just wasn't good. So I threw it away after he had peed on it like twice. The first time I went like, okay, let's clean it all quickly. And then I threw it away. So then he peed on 3 pullovers, which is sweater in some languages, because into those I put balls of newspapers so that he could lay really comfortable, soft. And he also continued peeing. So of course his kidneys, the woman on the first telephone I made to a vet told me, oh yeah, he peed. Oh, that's bad, his kidneys. And I went like, that's not the case, How can you say that? And she was right. Unfortunately, he was already the first day after he's been gone for so long, when he appeared again, he was already a candidate for death row, sort of. So my feeding and my giving water and my cleaning was all too much for that cat. So that one even more breaks my heart, because he wasn't gonna live, so why feed him? So that's what I learned from this fasting, to die. If you start eating when you're fasting, then you'll make it a few more days, even though you're not drinking. And maybe your liver has, I'm continuing coming up with the liver, even though your kidneys have already given up. So that's not a good thing to do. One should stick to the plan, and then, yeah, it works out. Somehow it will work out. To die more easily. And this is what I didn't provide my cat with, Mau Mau. There still are the other 3. I'm continuing to do the real life of a cat on this channel, but I'm like, yeah, really, I'm still sad, I'm not really loving those other cats. From the very first encounter, they were like, yeah, we are wild cats, don't come too close. And I always sense that whenever I am doing something, they can't. Well, the red cat now, when I go down on my knees and I offer her my nose, she comes right up to my nose and sniffs. She does the cat greeting. She did it once. So the day before that cat greeting, she was not being fed because, as I said, I have no money, so I cannot feed the cat. And since they both, all of them, all the 3 are fat, just like Mau Mau was, to me that's fine. To not feed a cat for 5 days. There is a house nearby, and there is the shop in the village on the mountaintop where the white cat gets food. and the red cat gets it from, someone told me that the personnel of a facility nearby is always carrying cat food in her pocket, so she would feed the cat, the red-white one. So that one is fed already, and then the black one is a totally wild cat that needs no care at all. He's always gonna be fine without me doing anything. Yeah. And he just stuck around because all the leftovers from my dead cat were still outside. So the black cat would eat these in the winter time. So that's what I saw when I was like opening the door, and then there was a black shadow jumping upward like a meter in the snow and running away without me being able to, what is this? It was like, it could have been anything black. So what would be black? I didn't really, think of a cat because this jump was so extreme upward. It was like steep like this, So yeah, I learned about why the cat was probably not gonna live, and I go like, okay, so why did he have this stupid virus? So then I watched some more videos and I learned, okay, if these sacs that sting onto cats and dogs stay more than 24 hours, then viruses can be transmitted. And there are 3 types of things that get transmitted. So that vet was testing on all of those 3. And if you check the animal or even put a collar on so that the sacs won't wanna drop onto the cat, that one would be fine. Or always check it, like whenever you've been outside, before you go inside, check the cat for any sacs. And I did so. Not the red-white one, it doesn't let me touch it, but my dead cat, Mau Mau, I've always checked. Every morning I was checking the cat. In wintertime there weren't any sacs, but as soon as spring started there were 3 at the same time, and then I figured I'm gonna check as much as I can. And when he had learned that I really do something helpful to him, then I did it every morning. So that's a good thing. But still he was gone for 10 days once, then for 4 days, and then for 3.5 days. So because of that, the virus could have been transmitted. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I won't ever find out the real cause, because it might also be a mixture. And also, it won't bring him back, will it? I just got new procedures now. So as soon as I try to feed the white cat, that one would always come to my door every morning, sit there, look at me and not move. So I go like, oh yes, you're hungry, are you? And then he goes like, continuing his stare. So I would like actually get some food and then give it to him. And then while he is eating, I would go, pss, pss, and then I would go and, kind of like touch him softly. I would try to touch him behind his nose or on his head so he can continue eating. But I'm still getting closer to him so that I will once hopefully be able to stroke him. And I see sacs on him. He's got the white fur. So the sacs he's got on, they stay there forever. So he sure isn't healthy. Also, his right eye, when I look at him, his right eye has got some green stuff coming out. So that cat needs help. There is something. It's not so obvious with that cat because he has a left eye that's all enclosed like with a kajal. So he looks like he's got some makeup on his left eye, and his right eye is all just white, and the eye itself is red. So he's like a albino cat, a bit. And so the right eye would always look a little bit smaller than the other one, which is so big because of the black surrounding. So I go like, yeah, I do quite a lot for him, but I cannot do it all. I need a drink. Well, as you know, I'm fasting. So half of this pot now I have gulped down, which is a good thing. Look at this animal. These kind of animals I got quite a lot lately. Oh. They're like all over. Yesterday I cleaned out like 15 of those little earbugs, they are called in Switzerland. They just appear when it's dark, when you go outside and they are out. Or let's say you go outside in sunshine and you lift up some kind of mug that's out there because you were feeding the cat some coffee milk, then underneath they would be, because there it is dark. So yeah, and just in the lower room they aren't up here. You know, I'm living in a house by myself, so I have like one room which is it's right there, which is my closet, and it's a whole room full of like empty, because I don't own that many clothes. These are the 2 scarves and the hats that I would wear in bed during winter time. These are the woolen gloves on the left, and the skiing goggle and some other scarf that I would wear outside. Then these are the tops that I wear, woolen ones, when I go out, do stuff. And there are the pants, woolen ones, that I would wear when I go outside. See? How interesting is this? And these are the shoes for next winter. I haven't worn them. It's really difficult to find the right pair of shoes for this surrounding right here, because we have like around the house the snow would be 80 centimeters, and just the lower, that's like 50 centimeters of those 80, you can't move at all. You would have to take a saw and saw it apart. So I saw people do that with the snow on their roofs, because it was just frozen blocks of ice. So I'll start again.